Greetings from the Arcturians and Prophet Muhammad. Okay, we received another comment yesterday, but I'm just wondering why this comment has not shown, this comment has not shown up in my YouTube notifications, and this comment is not showing up under my video either, but I can see it on another page. Maybe because it's from some sort of a hidden account. Because I'm getting this person is ISI, meaning Inter-Services Intelligence, meaning Pakistani intelligence. So this could be some sort of hidden intelligence YouTube account. I don't even know how to say it. Now, the Arcturians and Prophet Muhammad are also telling me that this is a retired Pakistani army general, and he's working with ISI, Pakistani intelligence now. They're also telling me that this person means me no harm, that this person does not have any harmful intentions towards me, and that he just wants to talk. And he wants to talk to us because he's in that age bracket, in old age now, where he's thinking about and worried about his akhirat, or his afterlife, or life after death. So that's why he's reaching out to us, and that's why he wants to talk to us. And I'm getting a yes. Okay. Wow. You know what? Now the Arcturians and Prophet Muhammad are giving me more information on this person. They're actually telling me this is the last Pakistani army chief. Now I'm looking him up because, and I think I did a video or two, and it was actually concerned with the assassination of former Pakistani Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto, and the mention of Pakistan Army chief at the time, and Pakistani intelligence ISI came up, and I actually put them all under judgment, under God's judgment. And I have a video or two on that, or I have that video or two on here on my channel. Is this what this is about? Yes. Anyway, I think this is the last army chief. Now I'm looking him up on Google. It's saying Qamar Javed Bajwa is a retired Pakistani general who served as the 10th Chief of the Army Staff of Pakistan from November 2016 to November 2022. In 2018, he was ranked 68th in the Forbes list of the world's most powerful people. I see. And the Arcturians are also telling me that he left this comment because he wanted to test me too, test us too, to see if we will know that it's him. I see. And also, the Arcturians are also telling me that he's also been getting dreams and dream messages about me from God, from Allah. And that's another reason he wants to come forward and talk to me and talk to us. Okay. We are open to talking with you, General. Whether you want to talk to us in our comments, or if you'd like to email us and talk to us on email, it's up to you. But we are open to talking with you and talking to you. And thank you very much for coming forward and reaching out to us. We appreciate it. Now, let us move on to the comment he's left, and let me read out the comment he's left. He's saying, these lies could have worked in the early 20th century, but today we got carbon dated identical versions of the Quran. And then he goes on to say, and what about Muhammad's death? He's a human, he can die. Only God cannot die or vanish out of existence. Right, so that's the comment he's left. And that's what he's saying. Right, now I'm looking up the carbon dated identical versions of the Quran here on Google. I'm looking it up on Google, right? And this is what I'm looking at. Birmingham's Quran manuscript dated among oldest. Radiocarbon dating of the Quran. This is an unusually important post on how to solve the problem of the date of the Quran by my colleague Stephen Shoemaker. This is from July 2023. From some, what's that? From some blog, some Islamic blog. Then another link here says, and this is from the University of Birmingham, Birmingham Quran manuscript dated among oldest. And then it says radiocarbon analysis dated the parchment on which the text is written to the period between 568 and 645 AD with 95.4% accuracy. How big a deal is this newly carbon dated, very old, or the world's oldest Quran? Carbon dating suggests world's oldest Quran. The oldest Quran in the world is the Birmingham Quran manuscript. Right, anything else here? Okay, this is just people asking questions here. Oh, is that Reddit? Yeah. It's like different versions of the Quran, question mark, WTF, question mark. Yeah. Okay, and then, right, what else is here? Right, the oldest Quran in the world is the Birmingham Quran manuscript. Again, this is discussions and forums on Reddit. And it's saying the oldest Quran in the world is the Birmingham Quran manuscript. It is carbon dated to be around 1,370 years old, from around 568 to 645. It is word for word the same as the Quran of today. Right. It is carbon dated to be around 1,370 years old, from around 568 to 645. Right, and this is from BBC News. Dating dispute over oldest Quran. BBC News. This is from February 2016. It says a dispute over whether a rare early Quran dates from the Prophet Muhammad's lifetime is the latest controversy related to carbon dating. Carbon dating reveals one of the oldest known copies. Carbon dating reveals one of the oldest known copies of the Quran. Manuscript fragments found in UK library were written between 568 and 645. This is from Smithsonian Magazine website. Okay. This is from Wikipedia. In 2015, the manuscript, which is held by the University of Birmingham, was radiocarbon dated to between 568 and 645 AD in the Islamic calendar. Right. Radiocarbon dating of the manuscripts. Radiocarbon dating of Quranic manuscripts is very rare, though this is beginning to change. Okay, so that's what that's about. Okay, I'm just brainstorming here a bit. Now, okay, but the question still remains. Who wrote these oldest Quran manuscripts? And whatever is written in these oldest Quran manuscripts, did that even come from Prophet Muhammad? Do you get my drift? That's the question we are raising here still. Oh, and Prophet Muhammad is chiming in and he's saying, and that's the question he is raising here through me. So Prophet Muhammad himself is raising this question through me. So then what does that tell you about these oldest Quran manuscripts? Well, I guess it will unfold. The truth will unfold through us about these oldest Quran manuscripts as well. Because Prophet Muhammad is telling us and telling you Muslims especially, but also any non-Muslims who are watching us and are interested in the truth about Prophet Muhammad and the Quran as well. Prophet Muhammad is telling us that most of Prophet Muhammad's revelations and teachings were burned by Uthman or Usman. Now, we've just read in Robert Spencer's book that Uthman or Usman was collecting and codifying different sections of the Quran 20 years or just over 20 years after Muhammad's death in the year 653, he said in his book, I think. Because if Prophet Muhammad died in 632, then, in the year 653, which would be 20 years or just over 20 years after Muhammad's death, that Uthman or Usman was collecting and codifying different sections of the Quran. But what was happening before that even? What was happening in the first 20 years after Muhammad's death even? Like, where are the missing pieces to those 20 years after Muhammad's death even? Are you getting my drift? We don't have those missing pieces. The 20-year period after Muhammad's death, we still don't have those missing pieces. What was going on even in those 20 years after Muhammad's death? In the first 20 years after Muhammad's death, what was going on in those 20 years after Muhammad's death even? We don't have those missing pieces. And then Robert Spencer mentioned, the first 100 years period after Muhammad's death, or nearly a century after, as he put it exactly. But that just means that, okay, within the first 100 years period after Muhammad's death, that, the existence of the Quran was still in question, or is still in question to this day, because there's no verified attestation. I think that's how he put it in his book, of the existence of the Quran. Now, going back to the world's oldest Quran manuscripts, or the parchment, radiocarbon analysis has dated the parchment on which the text is written to the period between AD 568 and 645. So the period between AD 568 and 645. The period between 568 and 645. Muhammad died in 632. Okay. But still, Prophet Muhammad is chiming in again. He's still raising the question, who is behind these oldest Quran manuscript, or this oldest Quran manuscript or parchment dating back to the period between AD 568 and 645. So Prophet Muhammad is still raising the question here, who wrote this oldest Quran manuscript? Who's behind this oldest Quran manuscript or parchment going back to the period between AD 568 and 645 even? That's the question Prophet Muhammad is raising here through me, because he's chiming in right now too. Wow. I'm getting the name Uthman or Usman again here. Prophet Muhammad is chiming in and he's giving me the name Uthman or Usman again. And he's saying it's Uthman or Usman behind this oldest Quran manuscript or parchment. That's what you're saying, right? And I'm getting a yes. I'm just confirming from Muhammad, but yeah, he's saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. That it's Uthman or Usman behind this oldest Quran manuscript or parchment. Wow. Well, there you go. The truth about the oldest Quran manuscript or parchment has just come out on our channel through Prophet Muhammad himself. Through me, because he's speaking through me, but because I'm channeling him, but because I'm channeling his soul, his spirit, his ruh for Muslims, inside my body, because that's how he is back here at this time of Judgment Day. For now, temporarily, he'll be reincarnating properly into a man's body in the future, but for now he's here with me in this body, in my body, and I am his human avatar as well as my own soul, which is the reincarnation of Aisha, Prophet Muhammad's wife Aisha for Muslims. My soul is the reincarnation of Prophet Muhammad's wife Aisha for Muslims. But as I just explained again, that Prophet Muhammad's soul, spirit, ruh is also here inside my body at this time as a walk-in, is what we call that in spirituality or in spiritual terms. So Prophet Muhammad is also here, back here, in that way as a walk-in at this time with me. We are both here, Prophet Muhammad and Hazrat Aisha, Prophet Muhammad's wife Aisha. We are both here. We are both back here at this time of Judgment Day. But as I said, the truth about this oldest Quran manuscript or parchment has just come out through us here on our channel and through Prophet Muhammad, speaking through me, but through Prophet Muhammad directly. So the truth about this oldest Quran manuscript or parchment has just come out through Prophet Muhammad directly here on our channel. Well, there you go. That's why people need to talk to us. If they want to know the truth, then they need to come forward, reach out to us, and talk to us. Just like you have done, General. And you mentioned about the carbon dated identical versions of the Quran, and then obviously I looked into it, and then Prophet Muhammad just came out with the truth about that too. Now, where else would you have found the truth about this oldest Quran manuscript or parchment? Nowhere else but us. Nowhere else but through us. Nowhere else but through Prophet Muhammad himself. And now you know the truth about the oldest Quran manuscript or parchment in the world, because you came forward and you reached out to us and you mentioned that little detail to us. and you mentioned it to the right person, because you mentioned it to us, to Prophet Muhammad and Prophet Muhammad's wife, Hazrat Aisha. And so Prophet Muhammad came out with the truth about the oldest Quran manuscript or parchment and is telling you the truth. Prophet Muhammad himself right now is telling you the truth about this oldest Quran manuscript or parchment, and who was and is behind this oldest Quran manuscript or parchment. And Prophet Muhammad is saying it's Usman or Uthman behind this oldest Quran manuscript or parchment. So now you know the truth about the oldest Quran manuscript or parchment too. Through us, though, because you wouldn't have found this truth anywhere else, because no one else would know about it. As I keep saying, the truth about everything to do with Prophet Muhammad's lifetime in Saudi Arabia 1400 years or so ago, Prophet Muhammad and Aisha and the Muslim holy book Quran, the truth about all of it will only come through us in the whole wide world. The truth will only come through us when it comes to all that, and when it comes to Prophet Muhammad, when it comes to Prophet Muhammad and Aisha, and when it comes to the Muslim holy book Quran. The truth about all of that will only come through us, and it just did. Again, about this oldest Quran manuscript as well, or regarding this oldest Quran manuscript as well. The truth's just come out because we've just told you the truth. Prophet Muhammad himself has just told you the truth about this oldest Quran manuscript and who's behind it. Now, let's move on to the next point here, where you're saying, and what about Muhammad's death? He's a human, he can die, only God cannot die or vanish out of existence. Okay, now you're mentioning Prophet Muhammad, his death, and him being a human, and so he can die. Yes, that's true. It's the human body that dies. And so you're mentioning Prophet Muhammad, you're mentioning Prophet Muhammad's death, and you're mentioning the fact that Prophet Muhammad was human, so he can die. And you're mentioning God and saying that only God cannot die or vanish out of existence. True. What are you missing here, though? You are missing a vital part. You didn't mention soul, spirit, which is ruh for Muslims. That's what you're missing out here. That's the vital point that you're missing out. Because yes, a human or a human body can die, but a soul, spirit, or ruh cannot die, does not die. Which means what? Which means that a soul or spirit or ruh can come back or reincarnate in a different body. Now, with Prophet Muhammad's example, as of right now, and what's going on here in terms of Prophet Muhammad's comeback for Muslims, because he is the soul or spirit or ruh that is known as Prophet Muhammad to Muslims. So Prophet Muhammad's soul or spirit or ruh has come back as a walk-in into my body at this time of Judgment Day. So he's here with me in that way. So Prophet Muhammad is back and is here as a walk in that way. His soul, his spirit, his ruh is back into my body as a walk in at this time in that way. I hope you're getting it. But his soul, his spirit, his ruh will reincarnate, will properly reincarnate into a man's body in the future. Now, I hope you're following me. I mean, you're supposed to be intelligence, ISI, Pakistani intelligence, but of course, you're a general as well, retired general, but I'm making a point here. You are intelligence, as in ISI, Pakistani intelligence, but you are intelligence, which means you are supposed to have intelligence, or you are supposed to be intelligent, right? So, since you are supposed to be intelligent, are you able to wrap your head around this or not? Is the question. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, or maybe you will. You just need more time to wrap your head around all of this that is happening here. We'll leave that to you. So you sit and reflect on all that we've just told you and that we've just explained to you. And Prophet Muhammad is saying greetings to you, and Prophet Muhammad is saying take care. Over and out.